Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to Formula Virtual Racing. We are here this evening, as you can see on your screen, for the Season 8 Round Number 3 Grand Prix here in the United States of America. We are live from the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, and it is bound to be a absolutely fantastic race here this evening. As per always, I am joined by Brendan. Brendan, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. We're here, you say, the land of the free, and often, well, last time we were here, it was the land of chaos because you could have had at least half the grid who could have been in the best position to win it, but somehow Luke Davies was able to slip through the chaos and just win the race.
Yeah, of course, last time we were here, it was Luke Davies who won the United States Grand Prix after Legend Rosenberg and Liam Carrick had a little bit of a moment. But it is bound to be a good one, folks. Qualifying has just got underway, and we will cut to the Circuit of the Americas in a moment. It is a full grid tonight to taste your appetite here on a very wintry evening here in the Republic of Ireland, certainly. We join live and we head to the Circuit of the Americas now for what should be, hopefully, an exceptional race. As we see Kyle Davis just joining, you will see the FVR, the branding, the overlay now on the screen because I may have had it on the wrong layer. But on board the Borbian then as he exits the pits up the hill here. Brendan, what can we expect from the drivers tonight?
It is USA, you'd expect. Well, tyres tend to heat up very, very quickly here, so you shouldn't have an issue with getting your lap start off today, although these sectors, they can be very tricky, especially sector 1. You could easily use the car, and it may see the fight for purpose of being fairly close. Although you just don't know who could win. We do have some very quick drivers making their first appearance tonight.
Yeah, we have Jeroen Visser making his debut appearance for McLaren. It is Kyle Albert then in the other McLaren. As let me know in the stream chat if the game audio is okay. I know there was some issues last week, but just let me know if it's okay, because of course we are just getting going here in the United States. Thank you all who is watching so far, as I can hear myself coming through Brendan's end.
Yeah.
Brendan, does it sound okay? Hold on a second, Brendan. You have a listen. I can mute you here on OBS, but I can still hear you. Right, Brendan, let me know if it sounds okay with the cars, of course. We'll ride on board with Borbune as these guys are getting ready to start a lap. As Brendan, does it sound okay?
Yeah, it sounds fine. I think some audio just came through.
Lovely jubbly. As, hold on a second. That is Juan Hernandez, who's picked up a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Kyle Albert. So, not really too sure what's going on there, but there has been a collision between Albert and Hernandez, the two friends, and I wonder, or I suppose, one of them has been ratioed, as they do say. We're on board with Yathan Penguru, as he's making his debut alongside Borbune for the Haas Formula 1 team, of course reserve driver, but he is making his debut slow here through Sector 1. Hopefully he does pick up the pace as... someone, is that Juan Hernandez? Oh, well, that probably explains it in the intermediates. Thomas Main heading in towards turn number 1. We'll stick with the Belgian. He's had some issues picking out his lines during the week through this opening S section, but he seems to have got the gist of it. And another report is actually Lewis McWilliam, who'll be retiring from this session. He's picked up a qualifying suspension, as you can see right on cue. Thank you very much, Lewis. He has picked up a qualifying suspension and will play no further part here in qualifying for the United States Grand Prix. Looking at Thomas Main through sector number 1, entering in towards sector number 2, heading down towards turn number 11, very late braking zone. We may see some dive bombs here in the Grand Prix. We'll have to wait and see if we can maybe get some good moves, as Juan making me not start last, says Kyle Davis. Kyle is delighted for that one. So that's actually me playing the audio through my phone now, so some fantastic audio management, let's say, from the commentators. Juan Hernandez, not Juan Hernandez even, it is Yathan who sets the banker time of a 1:35, 1:59 then, beaten Liam Houseman with a 1:33, 1:59. Looking at Thomas Main, we're still on board with that. Not on the pace from Yatton, so he's going to have to get up to pace. Captain B even further off it, and Chloe then just splits the two. Chloe not running ABS tonight, so we do expect a little drop off in the pace. However, hopefully more further progress. Borbume 1.7 off. Is that an unbelievable lap from Liam Houseman? We'll see what Thomas Main can do as Liam Carrig on the medium tyres. Thomas Main's going to go to the front row again. That was an unbelievable lap by Liam Houseman, because he's well in front of some of the top dogs here so far in qualifying. Let's drop further back and take a look at Avesta-Gobadi, or not Avesta-Gobadi, apologies. Let's take a look at, was it Adrian Teich into the pit lane? Is Adrian? Seb Mills no front wing, so Seb having some trouble, but he's having some pedal issues and could be a reason for a drop off in pace this evening. But Gobadi now in towards sector number 3. Let's run on board with the Alpine.
Let's see. Obviously, get the exit right here. The line comes very quickly after that, so obviously when you come towards the end of the lap, you can maximise your entry. Now, up the hill turn 1, you can brake a little later, maybe you will be slowing down anyway. And to make sure your exits down nice and just tuck in here on the right. Oh, he's backed off, I think. We are backed up. Or well, he is at 132.9, so I think I might just made a mistake there slightly.
Yeah, Avesta-Gobadi with the provisional pole time of 132.918. I have seen the comment about game audio being a little bit delayed. Hopefully we can get a fix on that in a moment. Enzo King's back with us. We're looking at your own Visser, who cutting across the corners. If somebody catches him, that'll be a couple of penalty points for the McLaren. Kyle Davis is on a lap heading down towards turn 11. Thank you, Khalil, for copying the comment above. And yeah, we'll try to get the audio fixed now. Brendan, I'll hand it to you for a split second.
Yep, so I suppose where we are here, we'll maybe see if there's somebody who we can go on board with. He might be waiting a slight moment, but it won't be Kyle Albert, because Lord knows what he's doing on that set of inters. But he's the second set time he's been out in inters, so I'm not sure what the plan is here, but I suppose there's some form of process behind this. We do have Juan Hernandez here, who may actually be going for a proper lap now. So, I suppose he hasn't had a good start to the season.
Little adjustment made on the audio there, folks. Sorry for jumping in on you, Brendan. Let me know if that's any better. I'll have another fix, or another go at fixing it in a moment. Brendan, I'll hand it back to you, actually, because you seem to want to run through Juan's lap, so I will let you do so.
Yep, so Juan Hernandez up towards turn 1, not too badly. Actually, very nice turn in. Get the exit right here. Make sure you're just keep to the right there. And coming into the S section, this is effectively like a replica of Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone. This means the margins are even more tighter and how easy the validation is. You just see it now is just trying to make sure everything's fine. It says proper sector 1, but we can't exactly be sure just yet. And now down towards the braking zone here. It is a very tight in the brake zone. You make sure you get in, kiss the apex, and then exit out of there. And it seems like a very nice lap so far. Obviously he has a 5-place grip penalty to maintain, but now as he comes towards the end of the straight, this braking light, this is one of the corners you can really cut in the game, and it has been like that for a long time. And you just see again here, you have to see maybe just try to tuck it in there and get the power down. And then once again, you're trying to get the apex, just hang the car around, make sure it's stable. And then through the triple apex right hander, just hit 1, don't quite hit 2, and then hit 3. And now it's just turn 19. It's a move, you can see it on a move or two. Now see, as we hit apex, and finally here, you just make sure you get nice little legs up to the line. It is P3! So Hernandez up to P3, but with that 5-place grip penalty, he will drop down to 8th place as a provisionally.
P3 for Juan Hernandez. Wait a second when we go on board with someone else, folks. Let me know if that audio's fixed. Oh, Luke Davies backwards. The poleman from last week's not having a good time. The Mercedes is facing backwards. That's no good for Luke Davies. He'll have to have another bite off the cherry as Thomas Main, believe, is out on track. He's just building up for a qualifying lap. Juan Hernandez, of course, we were on board with as he was just coming in. Can we catch someone on the straight? Jake Marsh, okay, I'm just going to go silent and see, can we get the braking? Is this good or not? Okay, let me know how accurate that braking was, if it's any better. Let me know if it's even less of a delay. I know what I can adjust. So thank you very much for the help here, folks. As yeah, that is Jake Marsh on an invalid run. But Jake, you helped out with our audio testing, so thank you very much. Liam Houseman is starting a lap. Liam started second position second position in the first race of the season in Bahrain. It was a McLaren Mercedes last week, as there's an AlphaTauri all out of shape in front of Liam Houseman, delayed by a good 10 seconds. That's Kyle. Okay, I'll try to get a proper fix on this one, as we are looking at Liam Houseman heading through the S's. Okay, folks, we're just going to head off the action for just one moment. Actually, no, hold on, we're going to go straight back to it. But you may see a black screen just for a moment. Just give it a second and we'll see, can we fix it. If there's a black screen on your screen, do not worry. We'll be back with the action in just a moment's time. And we will try to get this fixed. As someone asking full quali or not. No, we are just here for a short quali. And it will be over in a moment, actually. So we will get back to you straight away. And there we go. You should have the action back on your screen. Let me know if that's any better in terms of the audio. If we can't fix it towards the end of qualifying, we will have it removed. That was a big mistake by Liam Houseman. And let's go bad. He's still on provisional pole position. What can Thomas make? Can he improve? He's heading through the S section now. He's a good 8/10 of a second down. As Jeroen Visser is here. Let's have a look. Audio sounds good. Hallelujah, Brendan. We have fixed it, I believe. Brendan, I'll hand it to you for 1 second. I'll have a listen myself and we'll see. Can we just continue running the stream smoothly?
Just confirm, Visser is not on the lap right now. He is P4 at the moment, so not too bad for Jeroen. You see Davies on, and you have Horse PSGL, who will be, some of you might remember, he is an F4 right now, and it was the F6 champion. So, we're now, he's on the lap, I believe, which is breaking there. It's the apex. There's a nice exit now, power down the straight. He's getting a big toe here from the car ahead. Let's see if they'll just pull to the left there now. They have. So, a brilliant toe from Vestical Body down that back straight, and it's made all the difference for him, really. As he's now found the time, he's got the chance to increase his margin at the front of this field, and he's simply on position to claim yet another pole position in FVR.
Brendan, I have the best news for you. The audio is fixed. The only issue now is that I forgot to mute Discord, so everyone was getting my little notifications. Brendan's coming through Discord, that's why we can't mute it fully, but I'm just going to pray I don't get any more.
That's goes fastest.
If Eston go bad, he goes fastest. I was just taking a look at Luke Davies, because this young man, he's had a flyer through the first sector, heading down towards the speed trap and braking zone for turn number 12. As here comes Luke Davies heading down and braking. We'll see what his second sector split is like. Will it compete with the top man, Vestical Badi? Veering towards the middle sector, 102.659. That's a very solid middle sector for Luke Davies. We'll see, can he continue this run as he heads in towards the left-hander of turn 15, and turn 15, heading in towards the triple left of 16, 17 and 18. As Verstappen making a quite controversial move around there after the full race distance in towards a very tricky left. Davies, invalidates. Horrible mistake for Luke Davies. He was on for a good run there, I believe, but he has invalidated, and Davies trundles back into the pits. 4 minutes to go in qualifying. Still some people to set proper runs in. As we get it right into the business end of the session, we see Seb Mills entering the pits as well. Adrian Tyche heading in towards the first sector. Kyle Albert as well now entering the pits, not getting a proper run in. Still no run from Marsh or Davies. We expect them to be up there.
Yeah, I have to see Jake Marsh. He, obviously, if you can remember from watching the last race here at the start of the Americas, he started P20 with wheel issues, and he was on course to win the race until his wheel issues cost him again at the worst possible moment in the final lap, put him in the wall, and he resulted in only 6th, which did hand the win from one Briton to the other, obviously that being Luke Davies.
Yeah, Jake Marsh heading in towards turn number 1. Usually quite decent around Jake. Around Jake. That's what I think. Usually decent around the circuit of the Americas, the 5.513km circuit in towards the Essex section, which Brendan commented on earlier, very reminiscent of Marcus Beckett's and Chapeau Kerr. Here, right-hander flick it in, and then a very tricky left. 25.5 in the first sector for Jake Marsh, not the worst time in the world. He'll certainly be looking to be up there with his teammate Juan Hernandez. Great qualifying so far from the Alfa Romeo side. That's P2 and P3. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever season where all teams have had at least 5 points on the board after 2 rounds. Of course, the Williams Racing team, bottom of the standings as it stands, but they do have 6 points on the board, courtesy of Glennon and Taisha. Glennon having a fantastic result in the FVR sprint last week. The Autodromo di Nazionale Monza. Marsh then in towards the left-hander of turn 12, can cut the inside. Let's see what his sector time is. It is slower than Luke Davies as well, so that's a positive note for Luke Davies, as he's just headed back out onto the circuit behind teammate Thomas Main. As Marsh then hooks the car in nicely for turn number 12 and in towards turn 13. This is not turn 13, this is turn 16, so nice try. In towards 18 and 19, and then final corner 20 corners, 11 to the left, 9 to the right. Investigabody's retired from the session. He feels there is nothing better he can go. Marsh has run off the track and he's going to hold it for the life. He's still going to go 7th, but he's lost a lot of time there on that final run. Glennon currently 8th in qualifying. There was almost a second gap between 7th and 8th. Really large field spread here around Texas. There goes, there goes the other Tyler. Oh no, apologies, that's Habib Makouk who's gone off. Habib into the wall. He's going to turn back into the pits, of course. The other Tyler is his teammate. That's Tyler Pistilli, who was in the other AlphaTauri there. Not last week's double race winner, Tyler Davison. As Tyler won 8 races on the bounce in FVR. It was beaten last night. It was Sam Crumpton who took the victory. Brendan, I'm sure you have some very positive memories from last night's FVR race that we're not going to touch on. But there's 1:22 left in qualifying here for the United States Grand Prix of Season 8. It's been a very interesting one so far, and thank you to the 16 of you currently watching. We do appreciate your support. Bill, I did actually see it. Bill, it was actually your notifications that was coming through. No, we don't do any team principal interviews mid-race. It would be a very interesting concept. I may look into it next week, but I don't have the stuff prepared for it as of now. Thomas Main then heading on his run, heading in towards turn number 1, just up the hill. I remember an old Channel 4 segment of David Coulthard rolling a Bridgestone tyre down the hill. Being built. That's actually Tyler Pistilli, who's just gone to 3rd position, so maybe Davison's not the only Tyler on the planet who can put in a performance here in Formula Virtual Racing. Thomas Main, that's qualifying over for him. He will not get a run in as Tyler Pistilli improved by 2.5 seconds to go to 3rd for AlphaTauri. Liam Houseman has just started a run as well, as I believe Juan Hernandez and Jake Marsh, both Scuderia Ferrari cars, are currently on flying laps. We will drop down and see Enzo King starting a run as well. We'll also see Lightning Luke Davies on a run. He's coming towards the end of the 2nd sector. As we have to, we'll have to see, can Luke Davies maybe put it on pole? That's Tyler Pistilli pulling into the gravel trap for a well-earned rest. We'll have to see your own Visser as well. Or your own, as you pronounce. Brilliant slipstream here from Ferrari. However, I'm not sure they're too aware that they've both invalidated their hot laps. Borbune as well is on a bit of a run. We're going to drop now to, I believe one of the Alfa Romeos is finishing a lap, as that is actually Tyler Pistilli, who's just got disqualified from 3rd on the grid. Oh my goodness me. That is a howler of a moment for Tyler Pistilli. He'll drop to the back of the field. Here comes Luke Davies then. It was a shock in Monza. Will it be a shock in Austin, Texas? Across the line here, he will go to 6th position and won't go better. Thomas Main invalidated his qualifying lap. Kyle Davison pulls into the pits to abandon his run. Both Scuderia Ferraris have had enough. Kyle Albert, we'll see what he can do. He rounds the final corner. Unbelievable tyre wear this man has. The man from London, he's going to go to 9th position. the other Alfa Romeo, Liam Houseman, also invalidating his run. You never really see quick laps coming to the end of the session here. Maybe Borbune has something else. He's going to beat the status quo as he's entering in towards the final corner. I don't believe he is, or across the line now. He does get the traction. He is going to beat, improve his time, and he's going to go to 10th place on the grid. Seb Millsy's improving by about 4/10 of a second. He's going to jump up to 10th place on the grid, and if this was a Q2 shootout, it would be an unbelievable one, as that's Enzo King gone to 6th here on the grid. Great run from Enzo. He's pulled it out of the bag right in the dying session, right in the dying moments of the session. We're looking at Guillermo Messaguer as well, as he's heading in towards turn 19. If he could just get a lap on the board here, he may get a few positions, as we have had some slower runners in this session. It is just the nature of this track here in the Circuit of the Americas. Guillermo Messaguer is going to come across the line. He's going to finish FVR qualifying in 15th. What about Yatsen? Can he improve here across the line? He is going to improve. It's a single position, but that is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, for the United States Grand Prix. As I can see Kyle Albert talking, I do hope Kyle's not coming through the game. If Kyle is, could Kyle please not do that? As ladies and gentlemen, here is the results of qualifying. It is Ivesta Gobani on pole position by 3/10 of a second. The Ukrainian, who we didn't even really talk about, as Liam Carrick is in second position. It is then Liam Houseman, Jerome Visser, Juan Hernandez, who's a 5-place grid penalty, Enzo King, Luke Davies, Thomas May, Jake Marsh, Kyle Albert, Seth Mills, Borbune, Clay Glennon, Kyle Davis, Yatten, Guillermo Messaguer, Habib McCook, Adrian Teich, and then Lewis McWilliam with a qualifying suspension, and then Tyler Pastilli, who picked up a disqualification. It was really unfortunate because he would have started third on the grid. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with you in a moment. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Circuit of the Americas. You can see the track map on your screen now. 5.513 kilometres, 3.425 miles and 20 corners of brilliant action here. It is going to be a fantastic race as we take a look at the track map. We'll be heading back live to the Circuit of the Americas now, as we will head back just now, ladies and gentlemen, as take a look at this. Here is the grid, and we will get the tyres up on screen for you now, folks. Brendan, are you still here with me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have to join that party, by the way. It was just a little Kyle Davis bleeper, as we can see the top four on the hard compound of tyres. It is then the mediums for Enzo King in 5th, hards for both Mercedes of Luke Davies and Thomas Main, and Jake Marsh on the softs. Kyle Albert then on the hards, followed by Juan Hernandez. And then it is Seb Mills on the hards as well. Borbune on the mediums, Glennon on the hards, Davis at mediums, it's Yatten on the mediums, it is Messaguer on the mediums, it is Habib McCook on the hards, Adrian Teich, Lewis McWilliam and Tyler Pastilli on the hard compound of tyres.
There we are. It is looking very interesting here. I see Jake Marsh going for the soft is a bold call, especially so how quickly they could die out, but maybe the positions gained early on might be worth it, especially if there is a safety car.
Yeah, definitely. And Brendan, who do you have winning this one?
Yeah, to see Liam Houseman's had pace to win races here so far. He qualified in front row in Bahrain, and he's been just right behind his teammate here in P3 today. We don't know. Ivesta and the Emmanuel Carrick could really be battling for the win here, to be honest. As Liam will know very much how to battle around USA, although maybe he might, if he can keep the blue shell tendencies away, he will be in for his chance to beat Ivesta here.
Blue shell tendencies away. Of course, as you should be able... Oh no, hold on, you can't right now. As you can see... Oh, hold on. Third time's the charm, maybe here. As you can see on your screen now, folks, live every Friday, Formula Virtual Racing Academy. You can tune in here live on the Formula Virtual Racing YouTube channel, and you don't want to miss it. Live with Jake Scarborough and Scott Sandiver every Friday. You do not want to miss it. Some fantastic races there, folks. Some fantastic action as we see Tyler Pistilli fall onto the grid now on the hard compound tyres to line up for his Formula Virtual Racing debut. We're actually waiting on someone else behind him, I believe, but this should be a good one. We are going to go racing here in the United States. We're all lined up on the grid on board with a Vestago body. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. As we go racing here in the USA, that's an unbelievable launch from your own Visser there, as it looks like Glennon's going to pour one. Gobadi is pour off the line, and Liam Carrick is going to lead here into turn 1. Look at the Aston Martin of Kyle Davis in the background, as well as the other Aston Martin of Enzo King's gone off the track. Ferrari of Marsh all over the shape. There's a bit of a sandwich. There's a bit of a collision. Luke Davies has gone round on the opening lap for the second week in a row. That's horrible stuff for Luke Davies in the Mercedes outfit. Enzo King is up to 3rd position here in the race start. Your own Visser's been done off the line. Seb Millsy as well. Juan Hernandez has gone round at the back, with Adrian Tice being caught up and stuff as well. Lewis McWilliam and Tyler Pistilli are up 8 positions. Already is this Kyle Albert off the road. Albert is off the road in a horrible collision and somehow not out of the race. He seemed to go off the road at a rate of knots, but Albert is not out of this Grand Prix. Mills up the inside, just about dodging Thomas Main. The Ferrari's all over the road. It's a hectic race start here in the Circuit of the Americas, heading down towards turn number 12 for the first time. Can Gobadi pull one up the inside of Liam Angelo Carrick? Tyler Pistilli is on the back of He's on the back of Lewis McWilliam. Kyle Albert's on the outside of Pistilli, and he's looking to try and get past the AlphaTauri. Has not worked, and Pistilli's still going to keep this P10. McWilliam up the inside of Marsh. This is a not-so-friendly scrap, and these two are going to have to be careful if they do want to go scrapping. Look at Jake Marsh and Seb Millsy almost making contact. Pistilli and Davis are still right at it. Kyle Davis is going to try and go the long way around the outside here. And Aston Martin that we've seen done it before. Liam Carrick, is he round? Is he round? No, he's not somehow. He's just lost a spot to Enzo King. One Aston Martin was making moves, the other was certainly making moves as we start the second lap of the Grand Prix. Vestago Badi is back in the lead of the race. Enzo King has snuck up to second. What a hectic opening lap here in Texas.
Well, that was chaotic, and it's took out a lot of people from contending in this race. Although Lewis McWilliam already up to 10th. It's not too bad for a championship leader.
It is not too bad for our championship leader. Luke Davies all over the back of Borbune. Borbune had a poor start as well. The biggest gainer so far in this Grand Prix, it is Tyler Pistilli, who's up 11 positions to 9th. Your biggest loser, it is Luke Davies, apologies, he's down 9 to P15. Look at Jake Marsh, he's hungry on the back of Seb Millsy. Can he maybe get a move done as we head it braking? Oh, look at Tyler Pistilli up the inside. That's a late braking manoeuvre from the AlphaTauri. He's not going to get the both of them, is he? The confidence this young man has on those hard compounded Tylers is absolutely astounding. Here comes the two Alfa Romeos. Here comes your own Visser involved as well. 3 wide braking for turn number 12. Your own Visser up the inside of both Alfa Romeos. The Sauber team have their tails between the legs if that one pulled off, but thankfully Liam Hausman just able to defend it. Can Visser maybe keep it on the inside here of the Alfa Romeo? It's not going to work out at this point. Liam Carrick right on the back. This is some fantastic action here in the opening phases of the Grand Prix. Tyler Pistilli looking for the switchback manoeuvre on Jake Marsh here. McWilliam is looking for this one as well. This is a battle as though that's Jerome Visser round. This is round through turn 17. He's facing the wrong way. He's got the car turned back round. That is a horrible moment for your own Visser, because he was battling. That's Glennon gone round as well as the Vestago Badi sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. We start lap number 3. This has been a hectic opening 3 laps here. Can Tyler Pistilli maybe look up the inside of Jake Marsh? And he's certainly been the new hot shot here on the scene in the Circuit of the Americas, with Bill Nowick cheering him on. The AlphaTauri team boss here is loving this one in his home country.
Yep, he should be. This is not a bad debut race for Tyler Pistilli. You have to say, obviously, he's shown pace and he's a way to fight through the field already. That's somebody around there.
That is... hold on a second. That's the virtual safety car. That's for Yatin. That is for Yatin, unfortunately. That is so unfortunate. As we do see, this virtual safety car is going to be the one to remain out. We're not going to go to a full safety car. It's currently Avesta Gobadi who's leading the Grand Prix ahead of Enzo King. Liam Houseman then in third, followed by Liam Angelo Carrig in fourth, Thomas Main in fifth, Jake Marsh sixth, Lewis McWilliam seventh, Tyler Pistilli with a great start up to eighth, Seb Mills in ninth, Guillermo Mazzaguer up to 10th as well. Good performance from the Red Bull so far, with your own Visser falling to 11th. After that spin, Luke Davies in 12th, followed by Habib Makouk in 13th. He's looking to try and get back for the AlphaTauri team, currently having a very solid performance. Borbune 14th, followed by Juan Hernandez in 15th, and ahead of his buddy Kyle Albert. And then it is the other Kyle of Kyle Davis, and then it is Glennon and Taishia Williams having a horrible afternoon here in Texas. And then it is Yatin, who's just picked up a 3-second time penalty under the virtual safety car. So that is unfortunate for him. But let us know down below if you're enjoying this one. Let us know down below your race predictions, because of course this race could have huge implications on the championship. Championship standings currently on your screen now, folks. We can see before we enter the round, McWilliam just a very few points ahead of Tyler Davis, and 37 points Lewis McWilliam has accumulated. So that's Jake Marsh into the pit lane. It is 33 for Davison, then Thomas Main in third with 31 points, and then it is Luke Davies. Oh no! Oh no! Avesta Gobadi! Avesta Gobadi has picked up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. And you know, Brendan, it might be too early to call, but this man had a triller taken away from him. Gobadi's off the road! Oh my goodness me! I was going to say Enzo King had a triller taken away from him in the S's. He's just been given an absolute gift of God through there, and the Austrian of Enzo King leads here in Austin.
Yep. And this is an opportunity for him now. Obviously, last time out here, he was on course to win, but an instant with Aaron McFall sent him into the wall.
Here comes Gobadi. He's going to find it back, though. He's not out of this one. It's the Ukrainian, and he's up the inside as the Alpine. He'll probably take the race lead here, but Gobadi will be absolutely fine with that, because Avesta's going to have to pull into the pit lane in about 3 laps' time, because he does have to serve that drive-through penalty that he picked up for speeding under the virtual safety car. Lewis McWilliam at the inside of Tyler Pistilli. Oh, he sold him for a bag of chips there. That is an unbelievable switchback from Tyler Pistilli. The Red Bull Racing man is going to have to just hold on, and the Scotsman, currently in the lead of the championship, is going to see that fall as it stands today. Well, actually, maybe not. He might be okay, because Davies is not performing great either. Thomas Main's only 2 positions up the road, and Tyler Davison is not here. It's the other Tyler. He's going to have to try and work his way past.
By the end to the drive-through.
Avesta Gobadi pits to serve that drive-through penalty. Enzo King leads the United States Grand Prix. A man with 3 race wins to his name. Enzo King, of course, winning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix twice and winning at home in the Red Bull Ring in unbelievable circumstances. So now, can Lewis McWilliam fight his way back up the front? He's currently 6th. He started at the back of the grid in P19, serving a qualifying suspension. That was an unfortunate one for him. Lewis McWilliam, 0.6 of a second behind Tyler Pistilli as he's heading through the S's section. Liam Houseman dropping out of DRS of Enzo King, going for the medium. Seems to be a good call in the early stages of this race.
Yep, it seems to work out very well. Especially as well, he had ball quite high up the grid anyway, so they didn't take for pace. But this is probably not where you expected to be at this point, even with a bit of chaos.
Yeah, even with a bit of chaos, this is an absolute fantastic performance from Enzo King, and from Tyler Pistilli, and from Lewis McWilliam!
Oh!
Ooh, that was very close from Liam Houseman. He braked way too late, braking for the left-handed 90-degree corner of turn number 12. He broke way too late and hit the back of Enzo King. I don't think there's any damage on the Alfa Romeo because he's ran through the Hockenheim-esque section fairly okay. Is McWilliam going to look at the inside of Pistilli? He is not. And he's going to have to just wait another lap. Borbune, Hernandez and Gobadi. Gobadi's come out in 11th position despite serving that drive-through. So it is not all lost for Avesta Gobadi. Luke Davies is looking to try work his way past Guillermo Mazzaguer. Your own Visser is going to try work his way past Seb Millsy. And Liam Houseman has just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Oh no, huge collision. Oh, there's been a massive collision. There's cars on the road. The full course safety car has been brought out. There is cars both to the left-hand side. That's a huge accident. That is a really huge accident between Habib Makouk and Kyle Davis. We did not catch it, folks, but that was a big one. Of course, both drivers are okay because, well, at home with their PlayStations, but that is a big one in racing terms. You can see the stranded Aston Martin to the left-hand side, and now the full safety car is out as Enzo King leads the United States Grand Prix.
Yeah, and this might, he may take the opportunity to pit at this point. Because while it might come with stress, it'll also be just giving you a free pit stop. At this point, here is when everyone else will have to stay out.
And we can see this is good for Vescobrati as well. It'll bring him back into the race a little bit. That's kind of what he needs here.
Yeah, he would need a bit of that at the moment, I would say, because well, he is 11th. It will bring him up to the back of Luke Davies, and then it's not too many cars until he gets towards Lewis McWilliam.
Yeah, Lewis McWilliam, he still could win this one, you know, Brendan. He still has a chance. In terms of strategy, we could see Enzo King into the pits this lap. Of course, the mediums and the hards can do a mass amount here. There's one man who's very good tyre wears, Kyle Albert, and he ran full tyre pressures in the race last night. It was about 10% under on tyre pressure at any point in the race on anyone. We'll see what Enzo King does as he's going to venture into the pits, presumably very, very soon. No, stays out actually. So Enzo King stays out, and you know, Brendan, I'm getting very, very, let's say, reminiscent feelings, or a bit of a rendezvous, or a bit of deja vu. Rendezvous is a meeting point. Deja vu is the other one. A bit of deja vu here to Kimi Räikkönen when he won a race after oh so long. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu when it comes to Enzo King. Well, Jerome Visser is into the pits, and so is Luke Davies. So Luke Davies is going to go medium. Glennon picks up a 3-second time penalty, which can be removed as it's under the safety car, which may pick up another warning or two.
Yeah, some people are going for the option here, obviously. So a lot of people now could be just going for an aggressive strategy here. You don't know. It might work and it mightn't.
It
supposed to be hoping to be able to.
Is that right?
It's supposed to be hoping, well, you'd have to get through a few cars, so, which is the key. Some drivers here will be very quick, no matter what tyre it is, so you may see the likes of Vesta able to actually use this to their advantage and start falling through the pack before the medium runners start trying to get their way through.
Just got sent a clip of Kyle Davis' crash. I'm actually going to try and see can I get it on the stream for you folks, because I have this option now. I do apologise if you heard the Discord notification. You can blame Kyle Davis. He was the one that did at me, but we'll see. Can we get the replay? Actually, no, I don't think we can. But basically, McCook was parked because he's had a bit of a spin, and Davis just drove straight into him. It reminds me of a horrible accident in the F2 weekend in Spa-Francorchamps in 2019. Tyler Pastilli and Adrian Teich, two Canadians on the grid. We've no Americans on the field. We have an American commentator in FVR. We have an American reserve, same man, Jake Scarborough. We have an American team boss of the AlphaTauri team, but no American driver. The American with the most starts is Eddie Cheever, who made 132 race starts. For those who are interested, that is the most capped American in Formula 1. I believe most capped American in Formula Virtual Racing is Bill Nowick, actually, for AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri team boss taking up 18th position, and he'll be delighted with Tyler Pastilli's P5 currently. Most capped Canadian is, well, it's obvious, it's Adrian Teicher, who's been here right since the start. He spent most of his career with the Alfa Romeo's team, spent the last season at Alpine chasing the Constructors' Championship, and he is in Williams and Vibes, as they're calling themselves, with Glennon and Kieran Kevin as team principal. So it's an interesting phase of Teicher's career, but he's never really been performing better, actually. He's having a couple of great races here at the end of last season, start of this one.
Yeah, I'd just say in the chat, it seems like Lewis is not too happy with Hemi or Tyler Pastilli. Oh, that's Mr. Gare around the safety car.
Oh, Guillermo Mesguer. That's it's not the best moment for a racing driver to spin under the safety car. It's usually that moment where it's a face palm moment for the driver, and for the team boss it'll be team boss Aaron McFall, who not too sure if he's watching or not, but he will not be too happy with that. As Guillermo Mesguer has just commented opinions about Mesguer, and he's just gone round under the safety car. So I'm going to leave that one open. As Kyle Davis out of the Grand Prix, as well as Habib McCook. for a nasty, nasty collision in towards turn 16 and 17. It was a horrible one. It was really just a game, not ghosting, unfortunately. Well, that is what happens around this circuit of the Americas with 59% full throttle and over 1,000, almost 1,100 metre flat-out section that we are currently looking at them weaving all the way along. Enzo King, though, has got a few lead laps under his belt. If he's looking for an update of his FVR statistics, he's got one. Can he update that win section? That is the real question. It would 25 points still put him in the championship fight. You can see on your screen now, once again, folks, the championship before round 3. 25 points would put him right up there. Of course, all in the top 5 apart from Tyler Davison, scoring points here this evening. So he would not go into the top 5 of the championship if he was to receive 25 points for a race victory. But it would put him right up there as... currently, I believe Lewis McWilliam would definitely hold his championship lead because Luke Davies is not even outscoring him. The only two in the top 10 who are outscoring is Carrick and Main. But enough about the championship standings. Let's keep an eye on Enzo King's restart here as he heads through turn 19. We saw chaos before and I was just going to say we saw chaos before involving the man in P3, Liam Carrick, and he's just gone round. He's gone round under his complete own accord. And that is not a great moment for him. We go racing here in the Circuit of the Americas for the second time. Can his teammate Liam Houseman maybe get a better run at things? Heading into turn number 1, is Tyler Pistilli going to look up the inside of Thomas Main? He's not. He's almost locked a break here as Avesta Gobadi has passed Seb Mills as Adrian Taisha picks up a 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flag. Great run here from the Euron Visser on Seb Mills. He's trying to go the long way around the outside in towards the Estes section. The McLaren's got the job done. It's an excellent move. But the McLaren, he's in the wall. Oh my goodness me, this car's red everywhere here, and he's just got the job done, and then into the wall goes the McLaren of your own Visser, and he's back at the back of the grid once again. Yellow flag in sector number 1. He's not out of the race, so he will be okay, and it is Liam Houseman pressuring Enzo King here. Is he going to go for the lunge in towards turn number 11? Of course he is. Laying on the brakes from the Dutchman, Liam Houseman. Enzo King on the outside. Liam Houseman leads the race here. It's Seb Mills up the inside. Marsh has gone off the circuit. It looks like Davies and Hernandez are looking to capitalise on this one as well, but Liam Houseman leads the United States Grand Prix. Enzo King into the slipstream. He's not going to get enough here. Can Thomas Main maybe look up the inside of Enzo King? Late braking manoeuvre. He's not that brave on the brakes, as looks like Jake Marsh is around the outside of Seb Millsy. The two Britons going at it. Look at Marsh on the outside. He's hunting for this one. He really wants a win here in the United States. It's a huge send up the inside from Jake Marsh. That is an unbelievable send. Mills across the curb. Mills still on the inside. Hernandez on the inside of Davies. The two Ferraris getting scrappy with it here around Texas, and rightly so, because look at Jake Marsh. It's a Verstappen-esque move up the inside. No, he's not going to get it done here. He doesn't take the track limits option. He does just back out at this point of call, and now heading into turn 19, it is now Marsh 7th, Hernandez 8th, Davies 9th. It's getting Carrick around the same corner he was the last time. It's Carrick and Taisha around as Avesta Gobadi's up to 14th now, so Gobadi got caught out in the race. Now, Brendan, what can you tell us? Did you catch anything else?
Gobadi, yeah, he did spin. I think Davies went for a very audacious move on Juan Hernandez. So that's why Luke was ahead.
Yellow flag. Yellow flag. What's happened there? No, actually it's Jerome Visser is out, and it's Taisha and Gobadi, the ex-teammates, going at it in towards turn number 2. Gobadi, I think he may have given Taisha damage there. He's not looking the better off it. Is the Williams, and he's Liam Carrick right behind him. Liam Carrick is hungry for some positions. So are the two Ferraris. Marsh right on the back of Mills. Marsh right on the back of Mills, and the better tyres and the better compound of tyres on that Ferrari of Marsh. Is he going to dive up the inside? Or is Hernandez going to get the job done? Is Juan faster than you up the inside? Davies always hit Hernandez round. It's a trip to the steward's office, most surely for Luke Davies. He's gone for the opportunistic move up the inside, and Juan Hernandez will not be feeling the better off of that one. Looks like Tyler Pistilli's going to go for 3rd position here in the United States of America. He's got the job done. He's got the job done. Marsh around the outside of Seb Mills. Mills now, once again, it's the same position on the last lap. Big send, big block pass up the inside for Jake Marsh. It's worth his time though. Is Mills still going to look for the inside? Of course he is. Seb Mills just about avoiding contact with the Scuderia Ferrari of Jake Marsh, and Seb Mills is going to have to stay behind. It looks like Glennon may have gone round in towards that turn 13-14 complex as well, because the Williams is now at the back of the grid. This is a crazy race here. We're on lap number 10. Liam Houseman still leads the United States Grand Prix.
Yep, Juan Hernandez is going to be furious with Luke Davies here. And those certain Fernando knows the rule book very
Oh,
well.
McWilliam, big send! Oh, McWilliam, huge send up the inside. The camera's just cut it at the wrong time. Lewis McWilliam with a huge send up the inside of Thomas Main. It may have worked for the better here because McWilliam is past the Belgian and the Red Bull Racing man is through in towards the SS section of 3, 4, 5 and 6. He's got the job done. Yellow flag in the pits. That is Glennon retired from the Grand Prix. We have 4 retirements. It is Glennon, Visser, Davison, McCook who are gone from this one. But Liam Houseman still leads in the United States. This is just not calming down. Luke Davies is on the back of Seb Mills. He knows there may be a trip to the steward's office for Luke Davies, and he's not on the right side of it this time, unfortunately, because, well, from our perspective, certainly. Oh, Mills has left the door open. I'm not sure if Mills is just locked up under the brakes and his car it's caused him to veer off, but he certainly adjusted mid-corner, and Davies has capitalised on it. Luke Davies is through here. It looks like Borbune is looking on the back of Mills as well, and Albert looking on the back of Borbune, and it looks like Gobadi's looking on the back of Yatton here. Gobadi's certainly going to go for this one. Avesta's that brave in the brakes. Is he going to go for it? No, he was a bit further off than I first thought, and Juan Hernandez is looking to try recover from an early impact with Luke Davies. Round the outside for Juan Hernandez. He's gone off the circuit, but he's still going to keep the car in. Is he going to go for it? No, Gobadi defends the inside. Good racing from the two veterans as they've made a bit of contact, actually. Looks like Gobadi just stopped mid-corner, and still all here in a single file. And the best of Gobadi's got to keep 12th, and it's going to be Yathan who keeps 11th, and Hernandez who will stay in 13th position as Lewis McWilliams is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Got past Thomas Mann on the last lap.
Moment there. Gobadi's had a moment. Hernandez will be able to capitalise here.
Here comes Juan Hernandez. Can he capitalise on Avesta Gobadi? Gobadi defends the inside. He knows Juan loves up the inside in towards turn 1 in Texas. On board with the front wing of Juan Hernandez. Juan does not go for it. Gonna try and get the exit on those medium compound tyres. They're in a much better state than Gobadi's hards would be at this point in the Grand Prix. The Alpine in towards the SS section will lead though, and Avesta Gobadi in the season he wants to fight for the championship after he feels he was hard done by last season. He was hard done by last season, it's not that he feels, it's factual. He was absolutely hard done by as we just go on board with Borbune as he picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's on the back of the other Alpine, so Ferrari Power causing some trouble from the Renault Power on the former Renault team in the form of Alpine.
Ian Houseman, he's having a comfortable existence here leading the Grand Prix at this moment. So it's not too bad.
Bune's gone for it. Bune's gone for it. Bune's gone for it. He was past Mills on the inside. Bune's going to hold around the outside. Oh, said Mills gone round. Oh, Mills gone round. There was no contact made there. He's also reset the track. And he has Juan behind him. So that's a 5-second penalty. As Liam Carrick sneaks his way through on the Alpine as well.
Yeah, Juan Hernandez could spot a rule infringement if he was on Mars and the race was on Earth. So, you don't know. It's not really a man you want to be seeing in your mirrors when you're just trying to recover from a spin, because you know he put any reset.
Oh, yellow flag. It's Messier who's got off. As Luke Davies is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. That's a peculiar one. As here comes Kyle Albert up the inside of Borbune.
I think there may have been some ERS usage here.
Here goes Kyle Albert. He's true. That's a great move from Kyle Albert. Really well executed. One of the more experienced drivers, certainly in a very, I suppose, I'm not saying amateurs in terms of bad. I'm saying amateur in terms of sort of new field this evening. Some of the veterans not here. No Jack Redmond, no Sam Davison, no Tyler Davison. And leading the race, it is Liam Houseman with the man in second. I suppose experience does matter. It's Enzo King. And then he's ahead of debutant Tyler Pastilli. So AlphaTauri, we're probably going to be trying to get Tyler Pastilli in a main seat because, my goodness me, he's performing well.
I think at the moment, though, it is, you see, experience is really coming through. I see Enzo, he's second. You've got Lewis has managed to fly his way up to 4th, Thomas in 5th, Jake 6th. Look, let's skip over Luke Davies for a moment. And Kyle Albert in
well,
8th.
Despite all the jokes we make of Luke Davies being a child, which he certainly is not, he's well mixed in with the field. He has a lot of FVR experience now. He's in his 4th season. 3rd season, apologies. He did 5, 6... 4th season, yeah, he did 5, 6, 7 and 8. I shouldn't doubt myself. He's in his 4th season of Formula Virtual Racing. Formula Virtual Racing, I suppose, if you want to say. And Jake Marsh makes a mistake in front of him. He certainly has experience, and he's experience of spraying the let's say, non-alcoholic champagne around the circuit of the Americas, as he won here the last time we visited in Season 6. The United States Grand Prix took a quick trip to Miami for last season, where Thomas Main, his teammate, won the Grand Prix. Thomas Main, of course, has not tasted much success since. It was a brilliant performance by him in Miami, as Jake Marsh picks up a 3-second time penalty. Of course, we've only had 2 venues for the United States Grand Prix. We've been to 3 as a league. We went and ran the Indianapolis 250, which was won by Adam Liu of AJ Foyt Racing. But the real Formula 1 Grand Prix has had 11 venues, and I would love to list them all off for you, but I don't think anyone has the knowledge to do that. I could try my best. Of course, you have your Caesars Palace. You have Las Vegas, which is Caesars Palace. You have your circuit of the Americas here. You've the Indy 500 itself, as Marshy is up the inside of Thomas Main. Is Thomas going to try a switchback? He is not, and Jake Marsh, that's a well-executed move. Avesta Gobadi up the inside of Borbune. Borbune's not going to fight that one either. So Gobadi and Marsh both on recovery drives. As Brendan, we have just crossed the halfway point through this race. Can you see Liam Houseman still winning it? Oh, Kyle Albert. Oh, we'll hold that thought. Kyle Albert's gone round. I'm not too sure if there was contact made. He certainly didn't look like he was battling with anyone on the track. They're all very close to each other, as we see him trying a move on Mills, but yeah, unfortunate there. And I will ask again, Brendan, can you see Liam Houseman maybe taking his first FVR victory?
He seems to be in position here to do it, but he's got to watch here because pit stops are yet to come. And by the time they are, you could see Lewis McWilliam in the position of Enzo King. And Lewis McWilliam is usually not a man to be denied when he has the momentum behind him.
Luke Davies has gone through on Thomas Main, actually. It's not the first time we've seen Luke Davies been let through. Of course, he's the better tyres, but over the last few races, since I'd say Silverstone of last season, Luke Davies has been performing much better than his Belgian teammate, the experienced Thomas Main, who battled for the championship last season with legend Rosenberg. He did not win it, as that's Gobadi. Is that Gobadi facing the wrong way? It absolutely is. And Avesta Gobadi's had a horrible afternoon here in Texas, and he's now out of the points-paying positions, as is his teammate, who's right behind him on the circuit.
Yeah,
look at Davies. Davies is already attacking Jake Marsh. Not able to get the job done. Experienced overtaker. Just go watch that Saudi Arabia compilation if you need any confirmation of that. Luke Davies, he has racecraft. He is a man to be reckoned with. Hernandez and Bune. For Bune, I believe, has just got past Juan Hernandez. So the medium tyres are not coping too well. We'll see can Hernandez maybe fight back on the Haas. He's going to look at the inside. He certainly is going to look at the inside. Borbune is wary of it. Runs off the circuit. Borbune's going to keep the car in. Oh, Borbune's fighting this one. Up the inside now is Borbune. He's not giving up easy. He's forced Hernandez a long way around the outside. As we come on the other side of the corner, Juan Hernandez is going to lead. As Lewis McWilliam and Thomas Main both into the pits. Borbune's gone off the circuit, and he's taken the IndyCar line through there. Borbune was very unlucky to lose out, as McWilliam and Main both in for the medium compound of tyres. Is Enzo King possibly going to try and go for the soft tyres here, Brendan? Because he stayed out quite a while.
It's not a bad gamble, especially if he had safety cars to maybe reduce the load on the tyre. Does the experience might come into this? Speaking of, it is.
Oh, Mills and Albert getting real scrappy, and McWilliams just come out right behind Kyle Albert. He could lose a lot of time here if he doesn't find a way to dispatch the Briton very early on here in the S's section. Not going to be able to do it now, and Albert's certainly holding him up. Kyle Albert, he's not an aggressive driver by any amounts, but Lewis McWilliam is certainly going to have to work to try and find his way past. He's sat behind him at the wrong point here. He will get the DRS on him, I presume, as Tyler Pistilli's actually gone on King. So Pistilli's now into second position in his debut race. It is a scrap for a first win between Houseman and Pistilli. It's a scrap for a win for Enzo King for the first time since Season 5. And the Austrian veteran is looking to try and still win this one. McWilliam has got past Albert, for those who are interested, and it was very easy to straight line at the end. Oh, Seb Mills! What the hell's happened, Seb Mills? I think he was letting McWilliam through, but he did it at arguably the wrong point. As the problem here, Brendan, is... Oh, Houseman in the pits, and so is Pistilli, so King will lead. I was just going to say, the problem here with Enzo King is he's going to have to go longer than the guys on the hards if he wants to make the softs work, which is going to be horrible because those mediums are going to be screaming. Here's a pit race between AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo Sauber. Pistilli in for the mediums. Of course, there is some differences in the pits now, because you do have to do it yourself as Houseman gets out ahead. Here comes Liam Carrick, though. Liam Carrick might have just jumped them both. Liam Carrick has just jumped them both, I believe. And Liam Angelo oh, he still has the pit, never mind.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. He still has the pit. As Lewis McWilliams got past the Vesta Gobadi still has the pit as well. There's a yellow flag. No! Oh, no! Oh, no! It's Enzo King! And that is curtains for King's win. That is...
Run to the pits now and get your tyres, I'd say.
Oh, that's awful for Enzo King. And it's a real sinking in the heart moment for all the Austrian fans watching around the globe. Is what's happened here. Oh, it's Tyler Pistilli. Oh, it's two of them gone. Oh, Tyler Pistilli's gone on fresh mediums. And that's AlphaTauri's great day come to an end as well. Liam Houseman might not be in the worst of positions here, Brendan. As Lewis McWilliams going to be scrapping with good friend of Vesta Gobadi. Gobadi, I believe, is not going to fight this one too hard. But this Texas curse is just not getting any better. Any guy fighting for a win, he's losing it out. Maybe Luke Davies is going to end up winning this one again.
If that happens again, I think we'll just have to question what is he doing to make it happen. Although he is under investigation from Stewart, do remember that.
He is, yes, as that's Adrian Teiche. He's gone round and Adrian received his flu vaccine a little bit before the race, and that may be an explanation, as Carrick has let Houseman through. Luke Davies pulls into the pits. This will be a set for the mediums, because he's already made a pit stop today. He's gone for a second because he feels those tyres are not going to make the end. And oh, there's the heartbreak. And there's Enzo King trundling into the pits. As Liam Houseman, the man who he should have been getting out about level with, is off into the sunset. Him and Tyler Pistilli. As there is Luke Davies coming out. Is he going to get in front of Main? He is not. As side by side with Kyle Albert as well. Thomas Main stays ahead. So Main got the undercut in his teammate, but there's I was going to say young Kyle Albert, but he's one of the more experienced drivers. There's Kyle Albert in front as yellow flags. Oh, it's Borbune. Borbune's gone round. He's the next man to spin through the S's, and I'd say Alfa Romeo, team boss Con Dolger, or team boss Leroy Vincential, apologies. Con Dolger is Alpine, as I'd say there was a heart in the mouth moment from Vincential, because it was the exact same point on the track where Houseman is. Now, as dubbed by Brendan, Mr. Blue Shell has a new task on his hand. It is Lewis McWilliam. He's going to make light work of the Alfa Romeo, who I presume has stayed out on track to try and defend Houseman's race victory. He has made absolute light work, and Gobadi on the brakes has made light work of Borbune as well. Of course, the rest of Gobadi is still going to have to come into the pit lane. He is not doing a mandatory tyre swap as of now, and he will still have to come into the pits, I presume, for the soft compound of tyres. Now, race is truly on between our championship leader and between the man looking to try and win his first Formula Virtual race. One pole position, one podium. Will it be one win by the end of the day? Because Lewis McWilliam, he is on the hunt. It is 1.9 seconds. Houseman's been the quickest guy all day. Let's just get that straight. As Luke Davies is looking to try go around the outside of Albert, looking to try and hook a switchback on the McLaren. It's not going to be a dive into the final corner, is it? Oh, Albert breaks early. As McWilliams sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Liam Carrick ventures into the pits. Luke Davies is going to get it done in a straight line, as that's Tyler Pistilli who set the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's right on the back of this. Might not be over for Pistilli if we get a full safety car again. He may still have another couple of lines to write of a fabulous debut book for Pistilli. He would have liked to battle for the podium, but certainly I think there'll be more experiences along the grave line, because it's been a wondrous performance so far by the Canadian born. Borbune has just put Thomas Main's heart in his mouth, because Thomas Main was going around the outside as Borbune spun. That's Borbune spinning out of the points, and this has really been an unfamiliar performance for Borbune. He's normally so consistent. It's been the opposite, as Pistilli is going to look up the inside of Albert. Not going to work, and he'll get the DRS, as it's been a very, very dramatic race so far. If you'd like more dramatic races, you can see on your screen now, live every Friday, Formula Virtual Racing Academy, live with Jake Scarborough and Scott Stendevere at 20:30 at 8:30 GMT. It's 21:30 for Europeans, and a very suitable time for Eastern, just as you guys get off school. So if you're Eastern in America, if you're here in the circuit of the Americas, you can watch FVR live every Friday. Lap number 19. That's Adrian Tyshoff, as it's currently a Ferrari 1-2 for those who are interested. Jake Marsh could technically go to the end. He would very much struggle, but he could technically go to the end. So could Juan Hernandez, but Liam Houseman is right behind. And is this where Liam Houseman, just like many, many great Formula Virtual Racing drivers, will they end up stuck behind the Spaniard?
It is often a problem here if you are caught behind Juan Hernandez in a certain, it's just a random point in the race here where it's just I need to pass, but this is the one man who will just make sure you can't pass.
Oh, that's Yatton. That is Yatton out of the race.
Oh, that.
It's a retirement, I believe. Oh, he's pressed the retire button, so that's unfortunate for there. Houseman, if he just gets a good exit here, he'll get it done in the DRS. That'll solve a world of problems. Look at Hernandez defending this one. Juan Hernandez obviously feels he can go to the end, and Houseman's going to have to work for this one. Juan Hernandez moving a little bit. Oh, Juan, that's not very much allowed as Liam Houseman, he's going to have to work for it. Hernandez keeps it on the inside. This could be Houseman's real problem, although the man behind him is not going to get much of a better treatment. Lewis McWilliam, he'll got to be catching up. Liam Houseman needs to make one of the best overtakes of his life if he wants to get past the Spaniard, because it's clearly seen here in a straight line. He doesn't have it on Juan, even with the DRS. As here around the outside, is this going to be the move for Liam Houseman? Hernandez defends. Hernandez is making Houseman lose some huge time in towards turn 19. The Alfa Romeo. This is a crucial moment in the Grand Prix, folks. This could be a crucial moment in his career as Hernandez defends the inside. Houseman breaks a lot later around the outside. The Alfa Romeo is not going to get the job done. Switch back on the inside. Hernandez pushes him to the wall, but Houseman's found a way through here, it seems. Up towards turn number 1. Is Liam Houseman going to defend the inside line? Hernandez is still going to be looking for it. Oh. Hernandez late dive up the inside on Houseman. Hernandez will go almost gone round. Lewis McWilliam is going to see his way straight past Juan Hernandez. Liam Houseman's lost the best of 2 seconds in that battle. Liam is going to be furious. McWilliam will be loving this. This is now a race in our hands.
Yeah, Houseman, and I can't imagine he was too happy with him. I can remember FVR I did something similar in terms of holding up.
Well, to be fair, Juan, like, what is he being so aggressive for? I really don't get it sometimes with Juan.
No, but if he can help Jake, if Jake stays out...
He has helped Jake a little bit. Oh, big mistake from Houseman, it's gone! Oh, it's gone, the possible race lead's gone. McWilliam's off into the sunset here, surely. Liam Houseman,
trouble now.
It's another mistake because just look who's behind him. It's Juan Hernandez. He's going to be just as aggressive in this moving. Oh, it's really scrappy here in the circuit of the Americas. It is a proper Texan fight, and Liam Houseman has he got the switch back on Hernandez? There's no way Hernandez is backing out of it. Let's just get that straight. He does not back out of overtakes. Houseman pushed to the curb. Houseman on the inside, entering in towards turn number 15. The Alfa Romeo shoves Hernandez off the circuit, and you know, I'm going to have to say that Liam Houseman, Juan probably deserves a little shove off the circuit because Houseman furious and he's bottled under the pressure. But Jake Marsh, if he could somehow manage these tyres to the end, is this the win that the Leeds man deserved a year ago? Not a year ago, a season ago. 2 seasons ago.
It's this aggressive Juan Hernandez may pay off. If Jake Marsh can keep going, he has a 3 seconds, so I don't know where he's picked up his warnings.
Yeah, me neither.
He may have one to be able to be removed. If he has one to be removed, there's a chance he wins his race.
Enzo King into the pits, maybe going for a fastest lap. There's been 0.5 of a second knocked off Jake Marsh's time as Liam Houseman's trying to pressure back in to the DRS of Lewis McWilliam. Maybe it's not over yet for Houseman. Maybe it's not, although recovering from mistakes is not traditionally something Liam Houseman is all too great at doing. So another snap, almost gone round again, and he's struggling with the DRS. Liam's going to blame Juan for this one, but I think maybe he's just as much to blame as Juan was, but certainly Juan didn't help matters once again. Juan loves getting himself involved in fights.
That's the thing, it takes Juan Hernandez, they know what they're doing. He knows that.
Oh, look at this. Pistilli and the 2 Mercedes going at it. The 2 Mercedes there's no team orders here as Tyler Pistilli was looking at the inside. Thomas Main defends the inside. Luke Davies will be screaming at Thomas to just let him go here. He feels he's the quicker driver on this sunny afternoon here in Texas. Davies up the inside. Thomas Main, he's been forced to the outside. Great job by Davies. These two need to watch because Tyler Pistilli's hot on their heels, and the Alpha Tauri is still looking to try and get the job done. That's Albert gone round. That is Kyle Albert gone round as Jake Marsh is in the pits. So Lewis McWilliam will lead the United States Grand Prix. Game is truly on if Houseman can somehow get back in that DRS, because he genuinely looks like he still has the pace in this Grand Prix, which is the good news for the Alfa Romeo. It was not a case of luck. Jake Marsh goes for the soft compound tyres. Juan Hernandez will stay out, but he will struggle because he does see Luke Davies right behind him, although Davies, another young man just like Liam Houseman, he's also going to get the same treatment, I presume.
Oh, and I'm assuming Hernandez is going to have an extra special in terms of defensive driving for Mr. Davies here, given what happened earlier.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, brace for impact, Luke, I believe. Probably not the attitude we should have, but Juan, he doesn't help himself really in most occasions.
No.
He always goes on about not being reported, but I suppose most drivers don't really report you when you ruin their race. However, Hernandez, he's on the limit. I suppose he's just like Fernando Alonso and maybe Marc Marquez. If we look at another example, Marquez on the limit, still an exceptional rider, but on the limit most certainly. Here comes Tyler Pistilli. If he can try and make it up the inside of Thomas Main, he'd feel much better about maybe the earlier spin. Here he is up the inside of Thomas Main. The AlphaTauri, Main closes the door, just leaves enough space, and he's going to hold on the outside here in towards the 12-13 section. Can Pistilli hold it around the outside? Tyler Pistilli, he's looking for this one in the Canadian. No friendly actions here. It's scrappy racing. It's beautiful racing from Tyler Pistilli. He gets the job done on the Mercedes of Thomas Main. And just look up the road. Davies is trying to get past Hernandez. Davies needs to be cleverer and cleverer 10 times again if he wants to get past the Ferrari here. Because both these Mercedes have a first-hand source on what it's like to be stuck behind Juan Hernandez. We can see Hernandez defensive line, Hernandez attacking line. Oh, Juan, you're only allowed to make one move. Oh, Juan, you're only allowed to make one move. Davies here up the outside of Juan Hernandez, goes off the circuit. Pistilli's going to look for this one. Davies takes the position off the circuit. Juan Hernandez, he's going to try and go up the inside, side by side through the S's section. There's no calming down here. Oh. And Davies has been sent round. McWilliams picked up a 3-second time penalty. Juan is going to be looked at by the stewards after this one, because it's one thing. Oh, Juan, what are you doing, my friend?
I think that Lynn was. I'm not sure. I think Davies tried to let him through, but that's probably one place he shouldn't.
I don't really know. Tyler Pistilli's back on the podium. Lewis McWilliam picked up a 3-second time penalty and all that, by the way. Liam Houseman's in for a race win again. Tyler Pistilli gets past Hernandez. The Canadian gets the job done, and he has seen from the two cars in front of him falling that he doesn't want to be stuck behind the Spaniard. Juan is going to try and get back past again of Tyler Pistilli. He's going to be laying the brakes. Pistilli, oh, he's playing Hernandez on his own game here. This is beautiful. And the Canadian playing Juan as his own game. Thomas playing Juan at his own game. And the Mercedes has made a mistake again. And Pistilli's gone round. Not sure if Tyler Pistilli went round under his own accord, but that would be 3 Hernandez has taken care of in this lap. I suppose if you can't be quick enough, just take out the other guys. Oh, McWilliam! Oh, huge mistake here in the battle for the race lead. Houseman, he may take it on the circuit. Around the outside, could it be for Liam Houseman? Is it going to be it's going to be a move up the inside? It is going to be a move up the inside. Side by side here, with 3 laps to go in the Circuit of the Americas. It's been as dramatic as ever. In towards the S's section, Liam Houseman. Liam has to be careful here. Lewis may get that penalty removed, but there is such an unbelievable chance for Liam Houseman if he could take this race win. This is the best chance he'll ever get. It's the best chance he'll get in a long, long time. Just needs to be calm and careful. McWilliam is not untouchable, as we saw that mistake out of the final corner.
Well, let's see. Will he go for it to get ahead now, or is he just going to stay behind here? Is the big question that he's got to decide how he'll answer. If that's Kyle Albert.
That's Kyle Albert, Juan Hernandez and Thomas Main going at it again. I think it'll be better. Oh! Oh, Houseman's hit the back of McWilliam. I think he's okay. I think it's all okay. Jake Marsh is through on Juan Hernandez. That's why Juan was scrapping so hard to get Jake Marsh back in it. It's alright, he killed about 3 guys. That's a few positions for Jake, as Jake is up the inside on Thomas Main. And that is Thomas Main being pulled off the circuit by the other Ferrari. It's not been the best of days for Mercedes, really.
Oh, Hernandez. Oh, that's an odd spin.
And that is... I think there is going to be one word from about 10 people's mouths, and that'll simply be the word of karma. Oh, it's a puncture for Juan. It certainly is karma. And that is Juan's efforts all gone for the Spaniard. as he will drop out of the points here in the Circuit of the Americas. So Luke Davies will be absolutely loving that one, as the battle for the race win is just getting even more intense. There's an 11-second gap behind, and there's no real threat of punctures between Houseman and McWilliam, but McWilliam's bobbly all over the curb there and in towards the Estes section. Liam Houseman is still gaining. Lovely driving, says Khalil Bampa. Yeah, I'm sure to be saying lovely driving when he's disqualified, but Liam Houseman is the top Ferrari powered runner now. It was a Ferrari 1-2 just a few moments ago, but Liam Houseman is the top Ferrari powered runner now, as Liam needs to stop braking so late. He's going to go into the back of the Red Bull if he keeps braking this late.
Yeah, it is odd. You just probably need to just...
Here we go. This could be it. This could be it. McWilliam defends the inside. He really defends the inside. McWilliam obviously feels this penalty can be removed. Liam Houseman leads the United States Grand Prix once again here in Texas. Is this it? Is this going to be the moment Liam Houseman may win a Formula Virtual race? Not going to say anything now because mistakes can happen, and from Liam Houseman's perspective, probably all too much, as Tyler Pistilli is trying to fight back and invest Gabadi. Gabadi's recovered well from what's been an afternoon of despair.
Oh, well, that's an Aston round. I think that's Enzo.
Oh, that's Enzo, and the man who could have gone and won this race. He's reversing in the pits. He's going to go a lap down. Oh, that's unfortunate for Enzo King. Really unfortunate. Liam Houseman's weaving on the straight. I wouldn't do too much of that, Liam, just in case, because he's a 5/10 of a second gap. Liam Houseman's been right on it all afternoon on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Here in Texas, it's really been a spectacle. Whether it's been a fantastic spectacle or a spectacle of what not to do in a Formula 1 car, I'm not too sure. But it has certainly been an enjoyable race as Enzo King picks up a penalty. But look, it's Enzo's race over anyways. He's now dropped to 14th and is a lap down. So Enzo's just started his... Oh my goodness me, Enzo was on his last lap of the Grand Prix. Well, never mind. I mean, he's still on the last lap of his Grand Prix. He's retired from the Grand Prix. We're down to 13 here in Texas. What launch can McWilliam get heading down as Tyler Pistilli's picked up a 3-second time penalty?
Yeah, not happened with Tyler, although it is still a decent debut. Let's see here.
Let's see McWilliam to the outside. He's going to try hold it round the outside. Liam Houseman, he's going to defend this one in the championship leader. He'd still be leading the championship and would extend his gap over the rest of the challengers. This is really pride versus points here, because McWilliam sniffs the 25 points. What this would mean for Liam Houseman, I cannot express into vocabulary. Liam Houseman, one more lap to go here in the Circuit of the Americas. Lewis McWilliam, it's not necessarily do or die for the Scotsman. He's still in a very comfortable position, and that 3-second time penalty, if it was legitimate, it'd lose him absolutely nothing at this point in time, because he does have Jake Marsh behind, and who is 9.5 behind. The final lap of the United States Grand Prix. Liam Houseman leads by 0.4 of a second. His teammate Liam Angelo Carrick's picked up a 3-second time penalty in his fight with Tyler Pistilli for P7. In towards the S's, Maggots, Beckett and Chappell for the final time. Lap 28, we saw Marsh, we saw McFall, both lose possible victories last time out here in Texas. Hopefully the same doesn't happen to Houseman. He's got further than McFall did. Can he get further than Marsh did? Here, going through turn number 10, he has got further than Marsh did. It would be heartbreak if Houseman was to lose it now. The 1,090 metre straight is his real challenge. McWilliam's had a wobble! Lewis McWilliam, the Scotsman, he's had a wobble. Houseman's got the Bella exit. DRS fully on. Battery fully used for both guys. On board with the Alfa Romeo. The Red Bull. He's gaining. Is it up the inside for Lewis McWilliam? He's braked really late. It's not late enough. That's not the last chance for McWilliam. He has another chance in towards turn number 15. It's frantic actions, possibly from the Red Bull if he wants to do it, because he is really far behind. He's not close enough, and Liam Houseman might just be home safe here. A few more corners to go. A few more corners for Houseman. It's been tense. It's been nervy. It's been possibly... Oh, it's been a mistake from McWilliam. One more corner after this one for Liam Houseman. Turn 20. It's been 28 of the finest laps from the Dutchman, and all the heartbreak, it'll be swiped out the window as Liam Houseman wins a Formula Virtual race in Austin, Texas. The Alfa Romeo takes his first ever race victory. He was the fastest man today. He was the best man on the afternoon. And he picks up 25 of the purest and most beautiful Formula Virtual Racing points that he will ever pick up. Lewis McWilliam will get second on extended championship lead. Jake Marsh third, with Thomas Main fourth, Vescobati fifth, Luke Davies sixth, Tyler Pistilli, don't take it away from him. What a performance on debut. Liam Carrick comes home 8th, Borbune will come home 9th, and Seb Mills will come home 10th. Juan Hernandez Seb Mills will come home 9th, Borbune 10th, apologies. Juan Hernandez will come home to a paddock of shouting, presumably, as he comes home and heads through the triple right-hander. Oh, what an afternoon for Alfa Romeo. They've been on the pace all season, but that is going to be the sweetest of champagnes ever tasted by a Dutchman.
Yep, and there's a lot of hard work there, and he's going to be very, very happy now.
Liam Houseman, the celebrations have already started. Brendan, I'm not joking. He did really deserve this one today. He was on the pace. It's his best performance in a racing car, in my opinion. He was on the pace all Grand Prix. That was an unbelievable performance from the FVRA, the former FVRA champion. Live every Friday, of course, as you can see on your screen. But Liam Houseman, what a performance. We're just waiting on Albert to cross the line. He will probably not do stuff because it's Kyle, and Kyle does what he wants, and we all love him for it. Kyle, if you're listening... Oh, Kyle's doing donuts, actually. Let's have a look. The McLaren is celebrating Tyler Davison being knocked off second in the championship. In proper Brexit style, it was Kyle Albert. Some beautiful donuts from him. As Brendan, I'm going to ask you now while we've a bit of time, who wins the Formula 1 Safety Award?
Let me see. I'll give it to, I suppose, the Liam Houseman, really. He's moved to the back, didn't have any instance there.
As Kyle Albert finally does cross the line, we will get the podium now in the Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo will be loving this. When Leroy Vincenzo sees the result, he'll be very, very happy. Liam Carrick did his best to defend from Liam Houseman, and I suppose it did sort of work. Houseman made that early mistake, recovered quite beautifully. And now we will see the Dutchman from, I'm going to try it, Piaget-Nacker, maybe. I think I've almost got it there. But he comes out and celebrates in horrendous form for the podium. I don't know if you can tell from the last few seasons, folks, if I'm not really a fan of the gritty. As lifts the trophy, Liam Houseman. Fantastic result for him. Celebrates. As that's my controller hitting the ground if you're really interested. Celebrates with the champagne. He really deserved this one, and he has deserved it for a while. Since Miami last season, really he's deserved it, but it was finally that performance he's been looking for.
Oh,
here is your full race results in Austin, Texas. Brendan, I thought you were going to talk, but didn't fancy it clearly. Liam Houseman takes the race win ahead of Lewis McWilliam, who started on 19th of the grid. Possibly a driver a day performance from Lewis McWilliam. Jake Marsh starts third, followed by Thomas Main in fourth. Vescobati, I said starts, finishes, followed by Thomas Main in fourth. Vescobati fifth. It is then Luke Davies, Tyler Pistilli, Liam Carrick, Seb Mills, Borbune, Juan Hernandez, Adrian Tosh, Kyle Albert, Enzo King, Yatten, Guillemero, Glennon, Visser, Davison, and McCook. As what a fantastic evening of racing here in the Circuit of the Americas. Brendan, what's your final thoughts on it?
I'd have to say, well, first of all, congrats to Liam Houseman. He has done an excellent job there to get the win. And who knows? It could be just that breakthrough he needs now to find a bit more consistency.
Yeah,
although for Lewis,
sorry.
although I have to say a word to Lewis McWilliam, he was able to just fire through the pack, get P2. He's now extending the championship lead, and he could be on to get a second championship soon enough if he can have that kind of consistency again, like he's starting with so far.
Yeah, he's been absolutely exceptional, and thank you very much for tuning in. It's probably actually the best numbers we've had since that finale where Lewis won his championship in terms of the stream. You guys have been phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, no race next week. It is Christmas. Keep an eye on our social, folks. We have some brilliant stuff coming up on the Christmas break. You do not want to miss it. But from myself and Brendan, thank you very, very much for tuning in here to Formula Virtual Racing. What a win for Liam Houseman. What an end to the 2022 year for the F1 League. But ladies and gentlemen, there was so much more coming up that you do not want to miss. It'll be a thing of beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll leave you with our outro video. Stay safe, stay well, have a very lovely Christmas, and we will see you next time.